From pain to power, mastering the art of turning loss into strength. Hello, friends. Welcome back to Art to Heart podcast. Today is episode 10 of our ongoing series where I deep dive into mastering our life through each and every segment. Like previously, I talked about starting over, and before that, I was talking about how we can develop ourselves by letting go and so on. Today, we are diving into something deep, something raw, and this is very close to my heart because I have experienced it myself, and I thought it is just not me who go through, but each and every one of us who are alive have gone through at some point in their life. Loss, it comes for all of us at some point. Like I said, maybe it's a loss of a loved one, a dream that slipped through your fingers, or even losing a part of yourself you thought you'd never be without. I actually know that weight. You feel like the world has knocked you down, like your heart has been shattered into pieces. But what if I told you that through this pain, through this brokenness, through this darkest night, you can actually discover the path of your greatest strength? In today's episode, we are going to talk about how pain, though unbearable in the moment, can be the fire that forges the best version of you. And trust me, you will want to stay with me on this one because we will not only explore how to survive loss, but how to thrive because of it. Acknowledging the pain. Let's start by saying something that many people avoid. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to feel lost, confused, and angry. There is no shame in grief or in feeling like you are breaking under the weight of it all. Too often, we actually rush through the pain thinking that we ignore it long enough, we will be okay. But running actually does not heal, it just delays the inevitable. The truth is, pain demands to be felt. But here's where things start to shift. Feeling pain isn't the sign of weakness, it is a sign that you are alive and you are feeling what you are feeling. Your capacity to feel loss is tied to your capacity to love, to dream, to care deeply. And actually, that's a gift. Yes, you hear me right. Pain, feeling it, is actually a gift because when we let ourselves feel, we also allow ourselves to grow. The pain what you're feeling, you cannot delay it very longer, but actually feeling it and channelizing in the right series of your life. For me, I channelize the entire pain of whatever I go through. Even to this day, you feel heartbroken, you feel sad. Whatever you're going through, it does not have to be a huge loss, but something you have dreamed of, but you actually never able to attain. Like for me, I applied for my master 10 years ago, but I never got to pursue, and I'm always at the guilt of letting it go while I was young. But that does not stop me from learning for whatever I have learned so far. I use that pain to learn something better, something best to what I actually enjoy doing. If I have done my master in business management, definitely I would have enjoyed at that period of time. But will I have actually applied into current scenario of my life? I would definitely no, because after working in corporate, I realized I'm not made for being a managing a person, but rather something who loves to create, who loves to design, who loves to paint and illustrate. And that something has made me realize, even if I have done my master's in business management 10 years ago, eventually I would have let that path go by, and eventually I would have figured myself into being an content creator, being an illustrator, being a podcaster. Sometimes letting things go for good and doing the best you can through that pain actually leads to your inner strength, like I previously mentioned. Reframing loss as a catalyst for change. When you reframe pain as a catalyst for change, you start to see at a doorway rather than a dead end. And let me tell you, on the other side of the doorway is something beautiful. So there are a few hard questions you have to ask yourself. What do I truly want? Who am I really? What is this pain teaching me? If you have this answer to this three important question, you would develop yourself into finding the strength through your painful period and actually achieving things which you have never dreamed about. And like I said, letting that MBA go and actually learning something incredible. For me, it is UX design. For me, it is learning illustration, watching some incredible podcast, or learning something interesting from YouTube and applying it to my content creator journey, because I realized it later that I would have never been a managing person. I would never sit myself for 8 hours and present myself with a report or make a deck for a period of 2 weeks just to present on a leadership management, because eventually I might have done my best job, but will I have been happy by doing it? The answer is absolutely no. So make sure to ask these three hard questions to yourself during the toughest time of your life. What do I truly want? Who am I really? What is this pain teaching me? Once you get this answer, you will eventually find that light within you. Building resilience, a process, not a perfection. Resilience isn't about being invincible. It is not about pretending that everything is fine. It is about getting back up after you have fallen. It is about learning to move forward even with the weight of loss still lingering on your shoulder. One of the most powerful ways to build resilience is by shifting your mindset. Instead of asking, why me, start asking, what is this teaching me? This is one of the questions which turn around my pain into actually looking beyond those grief, looking beyond those darkest time. Like, what is this teaching me? What does I truly have to do it for myself? What do I truly want through this? So think about this. You are not the person you were before this pain entered your life. You are stronger. Even if you don't feel it yet, the fact that you're still there, still trying, means you are already on the road to transformation. Eventually, pain changes you to become the best person rather than looking back and thinking, oh, I was such a girly girl, or I was such a pleasant person. Now that I actually can't become that person. You are actually the same, but just you have become more stronger, more powerful than you ever imagined. When we learn to use our pain as fuel, it does not break us, it builds us. Every challenge, every setback can either be the thing that defeats you or the thing that defines you. You get to choose whether you want to be the winner or the loser when you are hit by the pain. Turning pain into purpose. This is the final and maybe most powerful part of this journey, is turning your pain into purpose. You see, pain does not just have to change you, it can also change the world around you. The most resilient people aren't the ones who never suffered, they are the ones who took their suffering and transform it into something meaningful. What if your greatest heartbreak becomes the thing that helps someone else heal? This is actually the question I always ask myself. I can be at the darkest day, stand, be there at the exact same period without doing anything, just having a load of pain, crying, asking for help. You can do whatever you want. But taking that step forward to saying, like, no, through this pain, can I be helpful to someone? Can I make that positive impact? It's some of the most important thing you should ask yourself. What if the lesson you have learned in the hardest moment of your life, or the very tool you need to build a future you didn't think was possible? You see, when you find purpose in your pain, it stops being something that weighs you down and starts being the thing that propels you forward. Every loss, every setback, every tear shed can be the foundation for something new, something powerful. You can take that brokenness and build something beautiful from it. Wherever you are right now, whether you're in the middle of the storm or you're standing on the other side, remember this: you're stronger than you think. The pain you feel isn't permanent, it is shaping you, molding you, and preparing you for something greater. You have the power to turn your loss into your greatest comeback. So today, take a deep breath, sit with your pain for a moment longer, and then ask yourself, what can I build from this? How can I let this pain transform me, not into something bitter or broken, but into someone who is brave, stronger, and more resilient than ever before? Because you, my friend, you have the power to turn pain into power, and I believe you. If I can, so you all can. Every one of us at any point of your life, we do go through different set of pain. Like I said, maybe a loss of loved one, maybe loss of your dream, maybe you trusted someone too deeply and they stab you back. A lot of things happen, even as small as like somebody is not grateful to you for what you have done. Even those smallest bit of pain can actually channelize into becoming the greater version of yourself. That tiny girl in you, that tiny boy in you, does not even know how brave, stronger, and powerful you are until you are hit by this darkest wind, and you can actually become the best version of yourself. You will be the most kindest soul, the most generous one, and also the most supportive one you are, because you have learned what it is to be in the darkest time, and you will eventually grow up yourself to follow up the light which you have in lost somewhere, and you will become the best version of yourself. I will share my 5 strongest quote for you. Your deepest pain holds the blueprint for your greatest strength. In every loss, there is a seed of transformation waiting to be nurtured. Number 3, you are not defined by what you have lost, but by how you rise from it. Number 4, pain isn't your enemy, it is a fire that forges the unbreakable version of you. And last, from the ashes of heartbreak, you have the power to rebuild something even stronger. And you can actually be that version you always wanted, and you can utilize this pain into a different route altogether and become the best and the best version of you which you have never ever imagined of. And I know if you are someone going through this, hope this episode helps and makes you the strongest, powerful, kindest soul on earth, so that we can actually come across and meet, because this world is a very smaller place. And like somebody I knew told me that every seventh person we will actually end up knowing. So if this podcast help you from going through your darkest days to finding your best version, I will actually be blessed for that. Thank you all for joining in today's podcast. I hope this episode resonates with at least one among you, and this would help you come out of your darkest period and actually utilize those pain into building yourself into the much powerful version of you. If you have any such thing where you have channelized your pain into turning into power, comment down below. Also, you can share your story in Instagram with me so that I can actually take away from your life and implement in my life to become the best version. And as always, remember, you are not alone in this journey. We are in this together. Thank you for joining on today's podcast. See you all tomorrow. Till then, have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Life is too small. Pain is always there. Just channelize into the right environment. You will become the strongest, the best, the kindest soul on earth. See you. Bye bye.